welcome to Habit Bliss. I'm Joy Fejoku, your resident habit hacker, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how to overcome the shiny object syndrome. But before we get to the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and let us know what type of content you'd like to see in the future as well, and also click the subscribe button. With that, let's get to the video. The shiny object syndrome is a desire or a tendency to chase new ideas without fully considering how they fit into your long-term plans or even their basic feasibility. And because people do this, because people chase shiny objects, what ends up happening usually is that along the process, very shortly even, they end up giving up on these new ideas because when they go far enough with these ideas, they discover that maybe the idea was not worthy of them giving their attention to, or they realize that it's actually quite difficult to turn this idea into something that actually serves them in some purpose or some way. Now, oftentimes when people think about this shiny object syndrome, they think about it in the context of business, right? Like a new business opportunity, things like that. But actually, the shiny object syndrome can definitely apply in areas outside of business. In essence, it is thinking about the grass being greener on the other side. And what this exposes is a commitment issue of some sort. Either you have not figured out that this idea is worthy of your commitment, or in general, you are someone who hasn't figured out something that is worth your time and effort to the point that you are willing to give up on potential good ideas in order to focus on the one good idea that you have that you can take to the end and have that idea meet your goals. Chasing shiny objects can affect you negatively in a number of ways, and let's talk a little bit about that. So one of the ways is that it's going to potentially, or likely I should say, rob you of potential success, because you're like a hamster on a wheel. You're doing a lot, chasing this, chasing that, but you're going nowhere fast. You're just a beginner. You stay a beginner. You never get the chance to deepen your skills. You never get the chance to let time progress your movement, and you never get a chance to reap the rewards of the effort that you put out. Also, continuous disappointment or a lack of fulfillment. This amounts to a perceived string of failures and unmet expectations, many excuses as to why this didn't work or why that didn't work. And this will all culminate over time in a poor self-image, because you are bearing witness to your own pattern of failure. You are bearing witness to your own lack of follow-through, your own lack of commitment. And going down this road will have you questioning yourself and your own ability to follow through, your own ability to continue and persist when things get tough. And all of this because you have a tendency towards chasing shiny objects. So now we have to ask ourselves, why are people so susceptible to the shiny object syndrome? And I believe that it's mainly because of the current beliefs and the current patterns and habits that you have and how they affect the way you view this issue. For example, a lot of people are chasing the perfect idea. They think that if they can get the perfect idea, come across the perfect idea, that will guarantee them success. When the truth is that no matter how great an idea is, it's really process that's going to turn an idea into a successful idea, into something that bears fruit, right? So having that wrong belief will be one of the things that will allow you to chase shiny objects and get on that hamster wheel looking to come across the perfect idea when it's not even about that, not really. Another reason is that the problems that you're having with your current idea, you see as an indication of some fatal flaw, either with the idea itself or with your ability to execute on that idea. And because you see things this way, instead of looking at the obstacles as part of the journey of success, you look at the obstacles as a reason maybe to ditch the idea in favor of something else. Hence, shiny object syndrome. So earlier we were talking about wrong beliefs, right? For example, we talked about how you might think that the perfect idea would be a guarantee for success, or that an obstacle would be an indication that an idea is fatally flawed. These are wrong ideas. These are bad beliefs, right? So we need to get rid of it and replace it with something that is more helpful and that will keep you from chasing shiny objects. One of those beliefs that you could adopt is that good process is better than a good idea. You can actually turn an idea into a good idea with good process, right? And another belief that you can use or you can adopt is that commitment is better than a good idea, right? Your ability to commit and see something through is better than simply having a good idea. If you can adopt those types of belief systems, you're well on your way to being resilient and being able to withstand, or I should say being focused and being able to dismiss new ideas in favor of the idea that is currently in front of you and that you're currently working. Another thing is to clearly identify your vision, your big why, and your goals. Doing this allows you to evaluate your idea against the things that really matter to you in your life. Can this idea actually fit into your life? Does it work for you and your vision, your grand vision? But first, we need to articulate to ourselves what those things are. So your vision, how do you define success? What does success look like to you? Your big why. Why is this important? Why is the actualization of your vision important to you? What will it do for you in your life? And your goals. How do you plan to go about actualizing this vision? What is the means to the end? Another thing that we can look at are your habits and patterns. So just because you make a decision to eliminate the shiny object syndrome from your life doesn't mean that immediately your habits and patterns are dissolved. It's not true. You make the decision to eliminate the shiny object syndrome, and then you have to work to change the patterns and the habits. So to that end, I'm going to help you by giving you a few questions you can use to filter these new ideas as they pop up in your head. And in filtering them, you'll be able to dismiss a lot of them. And maybe if you don't dismiss them, you can at least put them to the side for future consideration, right? So the first question that you can ask yourself is this new idea that's popping into my head right now as a good idea, is it really better than the idea that I'm currently working on? Or is it just new and different? Now, if it's just new and different, this may be enough for you when you recognize this to dismiss it. But if you don't want to dismiss it, at least just put it to the side for future consideration. Another question that you can ask yourself is, are you willing to sit on this idea for a little bit? Are you willing to sit on this idea for a day, a week, a month, and pick it up later to see whether the passion is still there to move forward on it? Because if it's truly a good idea for you, if it's truly the one that you should move on, you should be able to sit on it for a little bit and pick it up later and still find the passion behind it. And so you can give yourself that kind of test. And then the final question that you can ask yourself is, if you're currently working on an idea and then you get a new idea that you think maybe you want to entertain, you can ask yourself this: am I willing to break the current commitment that I have to this idea that I'm working on for this new and untested idea? Is this what I want to do? And have yourself confront yourself with that question. Whatever the resulting answer is will be based off of a true recognition of the value in that question and the importance of the decision that you make. And whichever way you go, at least you know that this is a serious consideration and not something that you should just do offhand. We've covered a lot in this video, and by now you have a true understanding of how the shiny object syndrome can wreak havoc in your life and do a lot of damage to your self-image. You understand that at the heart of the shiny object syndrome is a lack of commitment and wrong thinking, wrong belief systems. You understand that your ability to be successful is actually based on your ability to push through, your ability to commit. And you understand that the shiny object syndrome is actually a hindrance and is actually an obstacle to success, as opposed to providing you with more opportunities to success. And now you have a few questions to help you filter out new shiny object syndrome type ideas. And over the course of time, if you implement some of the suggestions that I've given you in this video, the desire, the need, the urge to entertain these new ideas will lessen. But I must warn you, at first it will be tough. So just, stay in there for the long haul, and I hope that I have shared some strategies and some tips that will prove useful to you in your journey. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in learning more about habit development, personal growth, self-mastery, click the link in the description box to sign up for our newsletter. We send out periodically information related to habit development, personal growth, and as well, when we release new products or services, you'll be the first to know. Also, if you have a specific goal that you're trying to reach, a specific habit that you're trying to adopt, or maybe even eliminate, then I encourage you to schedule a free consultation. The link again is in the description box, and we will get to talk to each other and see if there's a fit. Habit Bliss has a lot of services that we use to work with our clients, and if there is a fit, I would love to work with you. For everyone else, thank you again for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, let us know what you think about this content. Let us know what you would like to see in the future. And with that, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.